Hello guys, I should be visible and audible now. Please ping on the comments. I hope this will, as in, once I get confirmation from the comments is that both video and audio is good, we will go ahead and kickstart this session. Right, we wanted to do something about. I got this question from our student where he said, facing a lot of ups and downs. So how do I go about it, and how am I going to fare in this cat? So that was the idea behind this session. So obviously, goes without saying, we will definitely take questions from the comments and answer your questions and try to calm you down and uh, make you more cat ready. That is what we hope to do through the session. I have a bunch of slides prepared as well, so yeah, let us go through that as well. Yeah, so audio and video is good. So I have feedback that audio and video is good. Beautiful. So let us start with our presentation. So before I move further, we want to mention that there's a fantastic introductory offer going on. The course is available at 4,500. The course is called 95 to 99. There is a video that talks about what are the features that is available. The course link will also be available in the description. Click through, go there and check out, see if it will work for you. If you are someone who's struggling at some one level and who wants to move on to the next level, like this course could be it. This could be the missing piece of the jigsaw. So yeah, check it out, definitely check it out. Likewise, definitely hit on the like button, click on the subscribe, click on the bell icon. All of these small things matters a lot to us. For each one of you there is one small click, but for us it is a huge thing. So please like this video, please click on the subscribe button, please click on the bell icon once you have clicked on the subscribe button. Right, the course link is available in the description as well and in the chat as live chat as well. So please take a look at it. This could be a game changer for you. I'm not saying this is going to be everything that you're looking out for, but this could be, right? So yeah, so with that, we will go on through some ideas how to juggle between learning, revision and marks. Right now, learning, revision and marks are super important. You got to keep learning, you got to continuously revise, because something that you had learned 2 months ago, 4 months ago, you would lose it in a jiffy. So you got to tell yourself, you got to revise a lot to make sure you keep on revising, that you don't lose out on topics that you have already learned. And you got to find some balance between also learning new things. If you are done with topics, let's say you have done with a bunch of topics, but you want to, you're only hitting marks but not getting anywhere, we'll look at how to go ahead with that as well. If you are taking marks, find out what kind of topics you are good at, what kind of topics you are not so great at, and uh, see, look through your solutions, right? It could be that you are spending so much time in unanswered questions and very little time in correct questions and lot of time in wrong questions, which means your question selection is not so great, right? Then we'll fix that. If your question selection is great, then your overall timing should be, you spent a lot of time in actually getting things right, right? So once you do that, let's say you figure out that a lot of questions in geometry are not, you're not getting right, maybe your basics are shaky, you go back, you learn again, you revise the formula, you revise the theorems, and then you come back and then take the next mark, right? If you see 4 or 5 questions that you've gotten wrong, but you know uh, you are there and you know you've learned well, right? Then go back and check out the solution. Sometimes it just needs one click to get to the right solution, right? Sometimes you just don't have that. Sometimes you panic during a mock, right? But you learn, you get there. You what you got to do is, you got to tell yourself, hey, I'll be calm, I'll take 2 deep breaths, I'll not worry, I'll not see if somebody's looking over my shoulder, right? And I'm going to try these questions and see how to make the most out of it, right? Yeah, so juggling between learning, revision and marks is super important. I see, This sounds obvious to most of you, but for few it will be like I've heard students ask me, oh, should we revise also? How do we revise? Type questions, right? So that is why this is prominently displayed. You got to learn. You got to learn new ideas. You also got to revise, and you got also got to take marks. You got to manage between the three. You can't say I'll do one. I'll do only two out of the three. All three should be there, right? So remember that. You got to juggle. It is tough, but it is not impossible. You can do it. A lot of others are doing it. You can do it. So keep going. How to not get flustered by ups and downs, right? How to be in a zen mode, how to make the most out of your preparation, how to not worry about what has happened. Again, there's no one right answer. Like one more chat that says how to overcome FOMO, fear of missing out, right? The fear, the anxiety is going to be there, but tell yourself that this exam has become 70% about how well you have learned, and the remaining crucial last 25% or 30% about how can you handle your temperament, right? Which means your temperament is going to play a huge role. Obviously the first 70% is your base. If you don't have your base ready, you can't build on it. But even if you have your base entirely ready, you can only reach 75, you can only reach 80, not a 95, not a 99, right? You got to tell yourself, this exam happens to be testing how am I performing under pressure. I am going to not get bullied by this exam. I am going to do what best I can do and not really worry about it. See, think about it. You can keep on worrying, but that is not going to change the outcome. If it changes, it is going to change it in the negative direction. It is going to have a negative impact on your preparation and your scores. Might as well not really worry about it. You can worry and then you'll say, okay, shut up. After 2 hours, this mock gets over. I'll come back and then face the worry. Right now, I'm not going to face you, and right now I'm not going to be bugged by you. I'm going to do this 2 hours and then I'll come back, right? So that is how you got to find a way to make sure you are not flustered, right? Ups and downs happens. It is part of life. Last week we saw Rajesh take a mock live, and he was, as in he was not flustered, but he couldn't solve a DLR puzzle in that mock, right? If Rajesh couldn't solve, what about others, right? And a lot of people also kept on commenting that you could have chose this set, you could have chose that set, right? Hindsight is always 20 out of 20. You can always say, hey, that set is easier, why are you not choosing that? People choose sets based on their comfort. So you can have a bad day and still manage to stay calm and make the most out of it. Again, it sounds like Baba giving Gyan type thing, but that is indeed true. Cat is testing your temperament, not me. I don't care if you are temperamentally sound or not. If you are learning well, then I'm happy. But cat as an exam is testing how temperamentally sound you are, and you got to build yourself up to that. If meditation works for you, it works for you. If breathing exercise works for you, it works for you. If I know, I one of my ex colleagues used to have this scent type thing. Always he used to kind of condition himself by whenever he was feeling happy, he'll take that scent and then apply, so that some form of incense, not scent, right? So that if he reversed it, and then whenever he applied that scent, he started becoming more calm and more happy. There are a lot of ways to make it work, but you got to tell yourself that temperament is important, and I got to find a way to make sure I am temperamentally sound, because the exam is testing for it, right? So that is the one liner of, or many paragraphs of, how to not get flustered, right? Find a way. One thing that might help you is that lot of people get flustered by ups and downs. Some mock does not go well, people cry, people feel so bad that they tell themselves, I'm not going to take any mark from now, I'm going to directly go and write cat, right? People get flustered all the time. People get flustered between sections, people get flustered between marks, people get flustered before marks. It happens to everybody. So you don't beat yourself down. Find a way to make it work for you. Okay, one section is gone. VARC may only I could try solve two RC passages. It's all right. Now DLR. Now I should be thinking about DLR section and not about the gone VRC section, or not about how difficult the quant section could be in this paper. The could be, would be, should be. Don't worry about any of them. None of them are helpful. Worry about what is there in front of you and see what is the most you can make out of this. Right? That is important. Right? We'll answer some questions. No strategy is working. We'll give out. We will talk about strategies, especially for VARC and the other two sections as well. Right. I spent a lot of time on analysis, but mock score are plateaued at 60 to 70. What should you do? Probably something that can push you to the next level. See, your learning, let's say, has reached level X, and based on your marks, you can push and go until level X plus 3, right? Now you got to do something different to reach X plus 8 or X plus 15. You cannot keep doing the same thing again and again and expect the X to go to X plus 15, which is where something like this course might be helpful, where you've touched 90, you've touched 95, but you got to hone your skills to get to the next level, right? I'm not saying this is the elixir and this is not the answer to everything, no, but for some people this might be helpful, right? So either there are some gaps in your learning or there are some gaps in your tougher level question. It is like I have a 50 feet foundation laid, and if I have a 50 feet foundation, I can build 6 floors. If I have 150 feet foundation, I can build 8 floors or 10 floors, right? If you have a 50 feet foundation, you can build 6 floors. Maybe you can push to 6, 7. Maybe you can slightly try and do 8. If you do 10, you're crumbling, right? For 10, you need 150 feet foundation. So this is more of an analogy. You got to build your basics more stronger so that your scores can go up much higher. Not even getting single question in mock, Aditya Rao says. Definitely go back and try and solve the same thing without timer. See if it works for you. If it works for you, tell yourself, without time I am able to do this, which means I am good to go. With timer, I will figure it out, and keep at it, keep solving more mocks. Don't see, sometimes panic is there's also a video of 2IM on how to mentally prepare yourself for 2 hours and how world-class sportsmen overcome panic. Right? You should check it out. Definitely check it out. It's a wonderful video. You should check it out. I didn't start any mocks. Start now. Start today. If not today, tomorrow. How to plan my mock schedule? Do mocks once in 3 days. Keep doing them until the exam. Maybe until a week before exam. Strategy for someone getting 70 to 80. We'll get there. Where is Rajesh sir? Rajesh sir is not in this live session. Probably some other live session. 2 weeks ago, Rajesh did one live session, I guess. Mock test available of 2IM. Yes, it is definitely available. It is just not available as only mocks. It is available as a part of either 95 to 99 course or part of test dojo course. So try it out. Yet need to be prepared. See, if you have some concepts yet to be prepared, don't test yourself or don't go through those lessons today, right? Make sure you take up the lessons for the other courses and learn that course, and then go back to the 95 to 99 geometry. For example, if you're not there in geometry, then do this and then come back. Always learning and then topping it off helps. It is like putting the foundation and then building, expanding the foundation and then building some parts. How to choose between close two options. We had one video recently on how to choose between two close options. So definitely watch that. Right now, if you are not yet at 90th percentile, right, how do you get to 90th percentile? Right? I think, see, I'm not against somebody saying I want 98th percentile, but I think it is foolhardy if you think of I I'm at 88th percentile, I am at 75th percentile, but I'm thinking about 99th percentile. Don't, right? Think about 90th percentile first. 90th percentile is a fantastic score. From there you can improve, right? You got to find a way to improve first to 90 and then to 95 and then to 98, right? First go to 90th percentile. I know a lot of students complain that my scores are 45 and 50, my overall percentile is 75, right? And then they worry about how do I get to 98th percentile. You should not worry about 98th percentile now. I'm not saying you can't get 98th percentile, you can get 98th percentile, but there is no flyover which directly takes you from 75th to 98th. You got to reach 90 and then 95 and then 97 and then 98 and then 99. It has to be there, it has to go through those series of steps, otherwise it is not happening, right? So if you are in quant, if you are looking at 90th, not even looking at 90th percentile, throw everything away and do arithmetic. Arithmetic is definitely enough for 80, more than enough for 90. Last year I got 93 in the quant section just by solving almost all questions from arithmetic. I think I skipped 3-4 questions, right? Arithmetic plus geometry is wonderful, it will take you to 95 easily, and then you add algebra as well, it will take you to 98 easily, and then you do number theory and permutation probability, you can go wherever you got to go, right? But if your base is shaky, you can't expect yourself to go to 99th. So first get to 90th percentile. The sure short way of doing that is by understanding arithmetic really well. People always say, hey, I've solved arithmetic, I've solved all topics from arithmetic, right? I've solved from some book, right? But I have not learned theory well, right? Cat has moved away from just solving and has gone into how well do I understand the theory? What do I make out of it? That is what Cat has gone to. And I think a course can be really a booster in that case, right? For example, 2IM's quant course, we teach everything from absolute basics. We'll build layer over layer over layer over layer. And I think there is value in that. And there is people think I solved 100 questions, I should know this, right? But Cat is saying you could have solved 500 questions, but I am going to test you on the fundamentals, right? If you don't have your fundamentals right, then you are not getting anywhere. Same for VARC, keep reading a lot and then figure it out, right? We have a bunch of other ideas to be discussed on VARC, we'll get there. Same for DALR as well. The percentile, the sectional percentile also went down last year if the paper is super tricky and the timing of 40 minutes is not enough, right? A sectional cutoff is not hard and fast, right? The sectional cutoff for a school is 90, but they want 2,500 candidates to the second round or the interviews, right? If they have only 1,800, what are they going to do? They got to reduce their sectional cutoff. If you have not gotten there and everybody else has gotten there, then there is some issue with how you are operating, right? But if everybody is not getting there, if the paper indeed is super critical, super tough and super time consuming, right, and you are unable to crack it, then maybe this last year it happened, a bunch of IIMs reduced their sectional cutoffs because there were not enough people for their second round. So remember that. Don't worry too much about 95th, 98th. Don't tell yourself for DLR to get 95th percentile, I need 12 questions right, which means I need 3 sets right or 2 sets right, whatever that number is, right? 10 questions right. Don't tell yourself that number. Tell yourself, I am going to solve as many questions correctly as I can solve in that 40-minute window and move ahead, right? So that is the strategy for crossing the 99th percentile. Sorry guys, 90th percentile. Once you are there at 90th percentile, then it looks all rosy because you're not even at there, right? You're feeling like I'm struggling so much, I'm preparing so much, but I'm not even getting a 90th percentile. Where am I going? Where am I headed? My scores are not improving. What am I going to do, right? I can tell you, if you cross the 90th percentile, 90th to 95th is a big jump, but you can do that jump because you are mentally prepared and you are happy and sound and you feel like 90 तक पहुंच गया, 95th जाएंगे, चलते हैं, right? But you got to be there mentally. You can't feel frustrated all the time and keep on improving your scores. That does not happen. It happens only if you are a genius. Maybe it happens if you are a genius. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. So don't feel frustrated all the time. Remember, everybody is struggling. Don't take my word for it. Scroll through the chat. See what people are asking. People are always asking about I am at 60, I am at 70, I am not able to go to 90th percentile, not able to score north of 80. So people keep on asking this because all of them are going through that. You are not alone in this, so remember that. How to handle time pressure in DALR? Right? DALR is in some sense a gamble. Right? In DALR, last year I know one of my colleagues took a 6-set puzzle because he thought all are bust, and then it went bust. He could have chosen 2 4 sets and wonderfully solved 2 4-set puzzles and made the most out of it, right? But either go big or go bust. It depends on your risk appetite. If your risk appetite is very high, then you got to tell yourself, I'll take the 6-set puzzle and maybe I'll do the 4-set puzzle. I'm looking at 95, 99, right? Or if your risk appetite is low, you'll say, out of all these puzzles, these are the 2 types of puzzles I get, right? So these are the ideas I get, and I'll try to solve those questions and then make the most out of it. So think about this as an idea of how do I select puzzles. There is also a blog that says how to select the right puzzles, right? Again, it tells you very clearly there is no one right method, just that what I am selecting might not be what Rajesh sir selects. What Rajesh sir is selecting might not be what Subhash selects. So it is very different for everybody. It is unique for you. So remember that and find a way, fine tune it. The more marks you take, less frustrated you are. You will figure out ways. You will try different things. You should try different things and see how your scores improve. That is important. One of our students told me that I'm attempting VA first and then I don't have enough time for RC because some topper on YouTube suggested this. There is no one right answer. That is the honest answer, right? Which is again coming back to try your mock. How you are handling your mock matters, right? What you learn from your mock matters. So you got to tell yourself, hey, I'll try this for 3 marks, and then if it doesn't work, I'm going to do something else completely radical and see what else can happen, right? You got to try different things. That is the reason why you have marks. Otherwise, what is the point of taking marks? Might as well go directly to the exam and then write the exam. The point is you got to hit and try and figure out things and make it work for you. If some one thing does not work for you, chuck it. It is all right. Find something else that will work for you. But you got to tell yourself, have faith in yourself that, hey, I have prepared well. Now I am going to take value from that. If you always keep thinking, Rajesh sir ne kya bola, Bharat ne kya bola, ye topper kya bola, wo topper kya bola, then what are you doing? Your brain is structured in a different way. Your ability is in a different way. I am different from Rajesh. Rajesh is different from Subhash. Subhash is different from Akib. We are all different. So I can't expect one strategy to work for all 4 of us, right? The same applies to you as well. So whatever toppers are saying, don't worry, take everything with a pinch of salt. Try different things and then make the most out of it. Okay. Lot of questions, so we'll look to answer some of them or several of them. Before that, please, if you have recently joined, please click on the like button. Please subscribe. I'm getting 30 marks in marks. It is okay. Right? People have gotten even lower than that and went ahead and scored 90th percentile, 95th percentile very easily. You got to tell yourself you got it in the bag, and you got to tell yourself you have faith in yourself and see what are the gaps. See, one part is motivation, telling yourself, setting up your mind and everything, right? What I am supposed to do. The second part is if you have not learned something well, you got to fix that gap. You can't just keep motivating yourself and see your scores go up. It won't happen, right? You can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results, right? If let's say Imagine this: you have done permutation probability, but you have not done number theory. Right? It's very simple. How many ever mocks you take, you're not going to attempt any more questions in number theory. Exactly same. Some types of question. The difference is inside geometry, can you do all types of questions, or are you capable of doing the first 8 but not the last 2? Then you got to go back to your basics, revisit, and then go through the first 8 and then visit the last 2 so that you have a better handle on the last 2. You got to go back and see what is the reason why you are getting only 30. Right, there is some reason why you are getting only 30. You got to figure that out. I can't figure that out for you, but you got to figure it out. I'm sure you guys are smart. You can figure it out, but you got to figure it out so that you can get there. How to access Takshila mocks? If you have signed up as a paid user with 2IM, reach out to us, ping us on WhatsApp or send us an email at info@2im.com. We'll give you access to Takshila mocks. Will we see more 2IM and IM SimCat mock collab? Maybe likely one more? I'm not sure. Maybe. Good evening. How to schedule mock analysis and studies along with preparation? You got to squeeze every extra moment that you get. No two ways about it, Sushil. So the more time you can extract out of your preparation, more time you will have to prepare, solve mocks and analyze mocks. Right? All I score is 6 to 7 questions in quant. Very, very weak in algebra. I don't care if you're weak in algebra. If you're strong in arithmetic, you should be solving more than 10 questions in quants. So fix that gap. I just completed my course getting mock score in the range of 30 to 60. How to increase? First, reduce the range. It should be 40 to 45, not 30 to 60. Right? Then you can increase the range. Right? Again, like I mentioned, you got to go there and you got to fix gaps. If your geometry basics are not right, if your trigonometry sucks big time, then you got to go back and learn trigonometry once again. Right? How are you going to do that? You got to learn and then come back and take a mock. You got to revise and then come back and take a mock. We had one of us, Yudhish, he went to IIM Ahmedabad and he got 99.81 or 88, some fantastic number, right? We interviewed him and then he said, I had a big gap in geometry and I know geometry is my villain. So I made sure I took it upon myself to make sure I solved every possible question, variant, learn geometry upside down. And he ended up going to IIM Ahmedabad, right? So you can keep crying that, hey, this is my weak section, or even worse, you can not be aware of what is your weak section or what is your weak topic, or you can be super smart and then say, hey, this is weak, but you know what, I still have time to recover. I'm going to nail this topic and make sure I go places. Archita Jaiswal, I'm not sure if you have subscribed to a course and are you making the most out of a course? Even if you have subscribed to a course, even if it 2IM course, if you are not taking value from the course, then subscribing to a course doesn't mean anything, right? So learn well, learn properly, learn from teachers. Learning has lot of value. People ignore it. People think that, hey, I'll watch some videos, I'll solve some book, I'll read some theory, and then done, I'm through. There are a bunch of people who can do that, but not everybody is capable of doing that. Remember that. So if you find learning from one faculty nice, like, go for it, go and learn. If they are offering a course, take it up and then see how it can make it better. Right? You want to do an MBA, you want to spend 20-25 lakhs, right? 25,000 on a course is not a big deal. Probably 1% or less than that. You're going to invest 20 lakhs. Do you want to do it in a tier 3 school and then get out without a job? You don't want to do that, right? Which means you got to find a way to increase your percentile. How is a 20,000 or a 40,000 course expensive compared to a 25 lakh or a 30 lakh doing an MBA, right? You're imagining it as, oh, this is expensive, I'll read from book. I'll get a 300 rupees book and then and I'll invest time. My point is, I'm not saying the book is bad, but my point is some people are capable of making the most out of the book and getting a 99.8, but not everybody is. You got to realize that and see, if I am not that, what else am I supposed to do? How am I going to make it better? You got to find a way to make things better. You can't keep complaining that things are not going well. Right? Is arithmetic enough for 80? Definitely yes. I will get 99. Brilliant. One in mock I can solve just 7-8 questions. After mock I am able to do 15 to 19 questions. How do I improve? Beautiful, right? In mocks, if you are able to do 7-8 questions, right, then tell yourself after the mock I am able to do 15 right, which means I am capable of doing 15 right, and I'm panicking. I'm not stupid. I'm 20, 21 years old, or maybe even more. Next time I'm panicking, I'll tell myself, I'll take 2 deep breaths, I'll look far into the wherever the horizon is, and take 2 deep breaths again. Maybe take a sip of water, and then refocus and start doing questions again. Or something is fundamentally wrong in terms of how you are attempting a mock. So go skipping questions left, right, and center when you begin. The more questions you skip, wonderful it is, because in under 10 minutes, if you can complete one round of the entire paper, now you have 30 more minutes and you have a beautiful sense of how the paper is. Now you are through. All you got to do is pick the right questions and then solve. Don't spend more than 3-4 minutes in a question. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not worth it, right? If 1/10 of the time is gone on one question, then what are you going to do, right? So don't do that. Or think of it in terms of, I am going to solve only 15 questions. I am going to solve only 10 questions, right? Which means I'll split each question, will get at least 3.5 minutes. I am going to nail every question that I select. I am going to select only 12 questions. I'll spend each three minutes. I'll spend 36 minutes in total, and I'm going to nail the crap out of this. Right? So you got to find some strategy that will work for you. Should I solve previous year question before 2005? Good practice. If you have nothing else to solve, go for it. Decent score if I starting my preparation now? Absolutely yes. Start your strategy. You got to solve arithmetic, right? Read a lot. Clock at least 300-400 hours of reading from now until the exam. Do all past CAT DLR questions. The link will be available in the chat, in the description. So all DLR papers, or you search for CAT question paper, you'll get 2IIM's link, right? Use them, solve them. You'll go places. Mark scores ranging between 65 to 78. Like I said, it could be an issue of mentally you're temperamentally not sound, or it could be an issue of your basics are not that great to cross 100. Find the gap and fill the gap. For some, it is only computation. For some, it is only I'm unable to solve a lot of questions, which means you got to do hundreds of thousands of questions, right? And make sure your speed improves. Best coaching for CAT, 2IIM it is, no doubts about it. But definitely try it out. Sign up as a trial user and try it out and see how it works for you. If your accuracy has worsened and it is only in 2 marks, forget about it. Don't keep on feeling bad. The more you feel bad, the lower your percentage is going to go. So don't feel bad. Just go ahead and do one more mock. Tell yourself, I'm not going to expect anything out of this. I'm going to just take a mock and take a mock. I believe it'll go much better if you don't have that pressure, because you're constantly having this idea of, I have already scored 85. Now I need to score 90. For 90 or for 95, I want to solve X number of questions. That X creates a problem because you are focusing on 95. You know, tentatively I got to get X number of questions right. Because your attempts are increasing without accuracy, your percentage is going down. You get 3 more negative marks, your percentage drops down. So that could be the issue. So figure it out. In LRD, if I get familiar sums, percentile is high. It is 2 things. One is get more familiar with more types of questions. I think you're a 2IIM student, Prithvi. If that is indeed the case, there are about 150 fantastic sets. Solve all of them back to back. Solve 3-4 questions every day. Keep solving. Try and then look at the video solution, right? The more you get familiar to different ideas, the better your chances, right? Your answer is there in your statement, so go for it. I've been giving aim cats and sorry guys, I lost. AIM-CAT and SIM-CAT scoring 40 to 50, getting 60 to 70 percentile. How to improve? I feel like quitting. Don't quit. The last round is when lots of people will quit. If you hang on to this, your percentile will grow. Right? Not even with your ability to solve improving, just hanging on in the last round, your percentile will grow. After that, growing depends on multiple factors. Like I mentioned, it could be your preparation, it could be your learning, it could be your fundamentals, it could be your marks, it could be your speed. Figure out what is the problem and then fix it. Take a mock today. Yeah, like somebody from 2IIM had mentioned, take one mock. You don't have to keep taking mocks every week, right? Shivani, Priya, 2IIM student here. Can we get a personalized discussion with someone from the team to get guidance? Definitely. Either me or Vibhuti or Subhash will be able to help you out. Please ping us on WhatsApp or send us an email at info@2im.com. We'll schedule a call. We'll speak with you. I had completed 3/4 of the syllabus except in VRC, so it's okay to take this course. Yeah, definitely. If you have completed 3/4 of the syllabus, definitely go for it. During analysis, I am able to crack 21 to 24 questions. I am able to solve all sets. Yeah, that is your temperament issue. How to stay disciplined while preparing? I studied a lot for 2-3 days, then I lost focus. Guys, this is a super competitive exam, right? A lot of people are struggling and preparing and throwing everything that they have into this exam. You can't keep telling that I lost focus. You got to keep your focus and then tell yourself, maybe give 2 tight slaps to yourself and then say, I got to have focus if I need this, right? If you want to, let's say you want to earn 5 lakhs, right? And your monthly pay is 15,000. You got to continue working for X number of months to earn that 5 lakhs, right? You can do small here and there improvements by putting your existing money in an FD or an RD or in crypto, some other form, and slightly improve. But predominantly the overarching theme to get to 5 lakhs is not going to change, right? You got to thereabouts of have 40 months at least of something so that you reach 5 lakhs, or at the very least 30-35 months of something, right? If that doesn't change, how does this change, right? So you got to tell yourself, if I am ambitious, if I want to get into a good P school, if I want to have a better salary, if I want to have a better role, right, then I should prepare, right? Tell yourself that. I can't tell myself that I'm not having focus. I'm struggling with my phone. I'm using WhatsApp. Uninstall the apps. Uninstall 4 apps. Google gives you this. Google has this well-being, digital well-being something. Right? It will tell you how much time you are using in each different app. Find the top 3 apps and install all 3, unless it is super essential. Then mute all the notifications. Once in 3 hours, open, check all the notifications, and then tell. Have your WhatsApp status that says, if emergency, please call. Right? If there is something urgent, people will call. Right? You're not changing India's economy. Right? You're not required by the Prime Minister at this moment. So find what are the 3-4 apps that is consuming the most amount of time and cut it out. Cut it out cold turkey. See where it takes you. If you are ambitious, you got to find a way to cut things out. Otherwise, you're not ambitious. You're just giving out excuses. Right? Excuses won't work with me, won't work with anybody, won't work with your parents. It is not going to help you as well in the long run. Baba Scalera tells us that I can mostly cover 2 RCs plus theta. How do I cover more? Keep reading a lot. The more you read, probably you might hit 3 RCs plus theta. Fair enough. In a 60-minute VRC paper, I answered 4 RCs and 10 theta questions, out of which many of them were wrong, and got 99.2. Right, in a 40-minute, you cut down 1, then you are looking at 99. If you are answering 3 RCs and theta questions, you are looking at 99. Right, so 2 RCs plus theta, the more the accuracy is, you have crossed 90 already. Right, you don't put yourself down by telling, hey, maybe I need to improve a lot more. No, you only have this much to improve. Go for it. So I'm telling you that it is testing us both physically and mentally. Absolutely. I took 9 marks and did not analyze them. The same Aditya Rao who had asked different questions on scores not improving. If you are not analyzing, your scores are not going to improve. Please analyze your marks. 85 percentile right now. Problem is I was getting a 1993. I have answered this. By hard work, can I go to 98? Absolutely possible. I just joined 2 IIM crash course. I've covered 0% syllabus. Kindly suggest. The study plan is very straightforward. Do arithmetic. Do arithmetic for 3 weeks, back to back. Solve everything from the lessons and then go back to test dojo or your basic level and advanced level questions. Solve everything possible from arithmetic from day one. Right? In 3 weeks, once you have done with your arithmetic, go and learn other topics and quants, everything from DLR, and read every day. This is the plan. There is no day by day plan. This is the plan. Cover arithmetic in 3 weeks and then ping us. We will be able to help you out. Right? Able to almost all sets in analysis, but very slow in marks. What should I need to do? Right? Let us go there. Right? Inability to answer in a mock. Right? The inability could arise out of having a brain freeze in the mock, having frustration in the mock, or panicking in the mock. Right? So, like I mentioned, this has become a test of temperament. So you got to find yourself. Do take a lot of marks. Keep tweaking what you're about. Keep tweaking how you're approaching something. Some one thing, if it clicks, then it clicks. Right? Sometimes a sugar high helps. Sometimes looking far into the horizon and then refocusing helps. Sometimes if you pinch yourself once and then tell, hey, no, I got to do this, that helps. Whatever helps works for you, works for you. You got to find a way to tell yourself that I'm going to answer these questions. Another thing you should remember that if you are, I know a bunch of students who are trying to answer the questions post mark but unable to get them. You are much better off than those bunch of people. There are about 60-70% of people who, even after analyzing, during analyzing, after analysis, are unable to get answers to most questions. Right? They can look at the solution, but they are unable to solve it on their own. Right? If you are someone who was able to solve those questions post mark, then you should keep a pat on your back and tell yourself, hey, I'm able to do this. I got to nail this. I'll figure it out. Slowly, nail on your accuracy. Tell yourself, I am not going to sacrifice accuracy at all, and keep improving bit by bit. Another important thing about inability to answer in a mock setting is your expectations. If you keep on telling yourself, I need 85, I need 90, for 90 I need 8 questions, I need 7 questions, that number is very problematic for most, especially if you are panicking. Tell yourself, I don't I have 0 to give. I'm going to make sure I will not worry about the number of questions in a mock. I am going to answer as much as I can calmly as possible. If you want to look at someone solving a mock, high pressure setting, 600 to 1000 people watching him live, calmly watch the IMS mock that we had solved a week ago. Right? You can see that for us pressure is rising for the audience, but he's telling himself, hey, it's okay, it's a mock. Let me try and figure this out. That patience you need to get, and you can get it with time. You can get it with more number of marks. But you got to tell yourself, I'm not going to focus on. See, in that mock, if I don't know if you got this idea, but in that mock, if Rajesh could have solved only 6 questions at the end of 40 minutes, he would have still been happy that I got all 6 of them right. Right? He wouldn't have thought of, I should have got 12 questions right, I should have got 14 questions right. Why am I missing out? None of that. With this amount of time, with this question, this is the best that I was able to do. That shift in perspective is what is required. So remember that. Getting around 90, possible to move to 99, likely. 98, very much possible. 99, slightly trickier, but definitely possible. Percentile for IIT-M, ISC, Great Lakes, top 5 MBA colleges in Chennai. You have listed 3, I guess. IIT-M, ISC is not in Chennai, obviously. Great Lakes is 90, IIT-M is 93, 94, ISC is 95, 96. I don't think there are top 5 MBA colleges in Chennai. There are some MBA colleges. There is IIT Madras, there is Great Lakes, there is IFMR, pretty much. And then there is LIBA also. How to read a passage effectively? Read patiently. Spend as much time as possible. right? And then see where it takes you. Right? I'm practicing a lot for quant, but still getting very low marks. How to improve the same? Find what is the issue. Practice. Maybe practice alone is not enough. Maybe learning is required. Go back. I'm a fan, however, 2M course is insanely expensive. We are a team of people who put together content and keep on updating the content as and when. Right? We throw in hajar effort. We teach well. The course content is what the value is for. Right? Obviously, price is what you pay. Value is what you take. Right? What floats your boat. So if something works for you, it works for you, fantastic, right? But there are people who can take phenomenal value from what 2IIM has to offer, and that is why we keep saying, try it out, see if this will work for you, and then buy. Nowhere we ever say buy this course, buy that course, buy this course. We'll always say try some things out, and then if it works for you, go ahead and buy this. I attempted a mock today, scored 92 in VRC, only around 50 in quant and ALR. Go back, check what is the issue and figure it out. Better to write main point while reading hard passage to comprehend takes a lot of time. If you find hard RC, skip them and then go on to a different passage. Right? I want to get into MBA in finance. I'm from engineering. It is possible. It's definitely possible. Go for it. A lot of people don't know why they are doing engineering. Once you finish engineering, you go to MBA and then you say, hey, I'm doing this, I'm equipping myself, I'm taking a lot of more courses for finance, and I'm also doing CFA, FRM something, and then you're through. Okay. You're not able to perform well in VRC in marks, really good during analysis. That is what we have answered. So tell yourself to be calm. Don't have a number in your mind. Don't tell yourself this number of questions I should get, otherwise what is the point? The more you tell that, worse it is. Mock scores have started declining. Don't worry too much. Take a deep breath and then start doing this. It sounds like it is repetitive, but that is indeed the truth. There is no rocket science. There is no great solution to how to improve your scores, right? So remember that. How do I stay calm during those 2 hours? You got to definitely watch what happened. Definitely watch what Rajesh. Definitely watch Rajesh's mock attempt. See how it worked. Right, it is important. See how you can be calm and still attempt a lot of questions. Right? Hi Jaswin, former 2IIM student, currently at IIM Lucknow. Yay, nice. Your test dojo is awesome. Fantastic. Thank you, Jaswin. Good percentile for baby IIMs for GEM. I think it is 90 plus, 95 plus. 90 plus. Baby IIMs 90 plus. Thereabouts. You might be slightly here and there 2-3 percentile, but thereabouts. Finish final SEM exam, job nahi mil raha hai, frustration. Don't have frustration. Keep searching for a job. Prepare for this exam and keep writing this, right? Some one thing will click. It is either your job or your CAT score. Some one thing will click. But being frustrated only decreases your chances of getting into a good school. So don't be frustrated. Again, I know it could be easy to tell you from my point of view, but I can tell you I've been there in your shoes as well. So yeah. Consistently scoring above 90 plus and then below 50. Something is not right. Don't see, analyze your correct answers also. So by that time you will know your good scores are not fluke. Or if you are only taking a punt, then it is wrong. Then you go back and then you learn well and then you come back. I took a break from studies, now starting again. Should I do revision or do a mock? Do revision and then go for a mock. How to analyze mocks effectively? Spend at least 3 hours on analyzing a mock. Right? Go through every single question, correct or wrong or skipped, and look at the solution. Right? Another thing, find 3 questions in each section that you should have attempted but you have skipped. Find 3 more questions that you have attempted but you should not have attempted but you did attempt. Right? This and that, find that. It should be helpful. do hit and trial, see what strategy works for you. All of that you will get there only when you do mocks. How much should I have to study on a daily basis? 6 hours enough? 6 hours is more than enough. 95 to 115 marks, fantastic. Yes, all the best. I'm a BTech student. When should I start my preparation? How much time is required? You can start today and try. If this CAT doesn't go well, and then you continue your preparation, and then you go back and you come back to CAT 2022. Learning a new language helpful? Yeah, it is helpful. I am doing good in sectional like 99 to full marks. See, sectional marks are humbug in some sense, right? Only the VRC sectional mark is valid because you're starting something afresh. In your actual exam also, you will be starting something afresh only in the VRC section. By the time you reach DLR, you are tired. By the time you are reaching quant, you should be dead tired. But your sectional mark, you are only taking it from minute 1, not from minute 120. How is it a reflection of how well you can do? So we don't subscribe to the idea of sectional mark, so I don't want to comment on that. Obviously, sectional mark is very different from actual mark. What works in actual mark? Find gaps, fix those gaps. That is important. Complete my graduation in BA English. Is it okay for me? Obviously, you can go into an IM. You can get into an IM. BA student, good in math. CAT is my goal. What if this doesn't work out? Which is the next 3 to 4 best exam for good college? Right. Find a job. Don't pitch everything in CAT. Definitely write SAT, IFT, NMAT. Right. So go for it. Temperament in mock. Yeah. So keep yourself calm. Thank you for the session. Yes, we have not ended the session yet, but yeah. For prep, recorded or live, it depends on you, my friend. Some people want to prepare in a silo. If that is the case, recorded is brilliant. The advantage that recorded session can give you is sky high. If you are someone who needs to sit in a class and feel and not self-motivated, I need somebody to tell me, hey, 8 baje ka class hai, jaldi aa jao. Then live. Otherwise, recorded is more than enough. Fantastic. Especially if you are looking to start preparation, try out 2IM. Go to online.2im.com, register and check out if our courses work for you, both the recorded and the live. Right? Good academics right from the beginning, but no extracurricular or internships. If I get a good CAT percentile, would I get me to? Yes, very likely. If you get a 98.8, right? Maybe ABC might not call you, right? Code also won't call you, but there will be a bunch of IMs that will call you, right? So remember that. Reaching to 97 plus 99, you're already at a good place. So remember that. Don't increase your attempts. Don't force fit increase of attempts. That is the best thing to do, right? Maybe your basics are good but not fantastic. Maybe your basics are great but not fantastic, right? Go back, see what type of questions you are unable to answer. See where your time goes. Your mock analysis also has one more part which we usually don't talk a lot about, right? Where does your time go? Where do you spend a lot of time, right? If you spend a lot of time in looking at questions that you are not answering, then that is where you got to fix, right? Either change it to I'm going to answer questions that I know and I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking at questions, staring at questions. Or you tell yourself, these are the 3 topics where I spent a lot of time but I'm unable to answer. I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to nail these topics by learning these topics, right? I'm taking almost a day to analyze mocks. Don't reduce the time. A day spent in analyzing mocks is a day spent well. If my 10th and 12th scores were not good, what should be my next best step? Right? Get a fantastic percentile. Hedge your bets. Write XAT, IFT, all the other exams. If your 10th and 12th scores are not great, then there is going to be some issue with your summer internship, final placements, interviews for your IMs, all these places you're going to start in the back foot. So remember that. But a great percentile will help you throughout. Remember that. Can we change test taking city after final payment? Not now, but there is going to be a correction window that will appear where you can change the test taking city. Percentile is in the early 90s, aiming for 99. It is definitely achievable, my friend. Definitely achievable. I'm getting around 70, 80 marks in the marks. It is okay. It is about 90 percentile, 95th percentile, if I'm not mistaken. If it is indeed true, you're at a great place, my friend. You're at a great place, right? How to tackle 2 hour marks? 2 hour marks are uh, tough. 2 hour marks are tricky. 2 hour marks scare the bejesus out of lot of people. It is okay. It is common for everybody. Remember that, right? The only thing you can do is tell yourself this exam has become a test of temperament. So I can't get this 2 hour thing get to me, right? And then make the most out of it. Bang average academics, any chance of making it a main IIMs? C, very likely. If you have 99.7, 99.8, then C, very likely. Third year of BCom, not prepared well yet. I have job as a manager which can show in my work ex. So shall I do job for first year? See, definitely give the CAT exam this year and next year also. Why not try this year? Assume that, okay, 2,000 rupees I have given already. I am going to go write this exam and take the experience. The experience is so much more valuable than that 2,000 rupees. So definitely take it. Should I take mock every alternate day, preferably once in 3 days, but not alternate day? How to prepare for GK? Right. For XAT, the GK is almost non-existent. What do you mean by that? Your XAT GK is helpful in the last round, post almost close to selection. If two people have a tie, then your GK is helpful. Otherwise, your GK is not really helpful. Keep following our Instagram channel. I hope someone will post our Instagram channel link in the comments, right? Or you go to Instagram and search for 2IIM CAT preparation. You'll find our Instagram channel with our logo, right? Follow us. We post GK questions every week or almost every week. We have done it for so long, right? So go through all of them and then read more. This is not enough. This is the starting point, and then you improve and then you prepare more, right? Scat at 2021 or 2 hour exam? Yes, absolutely. We can change our quota in the correction window? I don't think so. I'm getting really tired after VRC and DLR getting reflected in quant. That is how it is supposed to be. Like we used to say, maybe take this and then followed by one more, let's say VRC, take one mark followed by a VRC sectional test, right? Or take 2 marks back to back. Try this twice, now once and maybe 5 days, 10 days later once, right? The third section will mean nothing if you have pushed through 6 section, right? So remember that. I have good scores in academics. How much percentile to get into ABC? Probably 99.7 plus, very likely. CBSE 10, 10 CGPA 95%. 95% it is. If you are still thinking about applying for CAT and you don't have, as in you have questions about application, search for 2IIM blog CAT Ready Reckoner, RECKONER, CAT Ready Reckoner 2021. Every single possible doubt is addressed there. Everything in one compendium type thing. So definitely look at it. How to select the right RC? There I don't have a selection of right RC thing. But if you really need one, read the first paragraph or first 3-4 lines if the paragraph is too long, and maybe skim through, maybe read the first line of the next few paragraphs. See if you want to attempt this or not, right? So that is how you select the right RC. In RC, sometimes I'm getting all 5 questions correct, sometimes only 10 correct, 1 correct, right? Then it is essentially you are saying, I will do a hit or trial. You should have a reasoning behind why you are attempting an answer, and you have to go back and analyze your mock and cross tabulate your reasoning and then see if your reasoning is same as the reasoning of the faculty who said the question. That is how you learn. There is learning in all 3 section mocks. You can't tell yourself, I got all 5 right, that's all, why should I even analyze? Don't do that. You got to go back and compare every single question with their answer and then tell yourself, my answer, maybe I just guessed it, this is the reason why that answer is right, and then find that, right? How can I improve my English? Read a lot. Search for Bharat's reading list. Read a lot. That will help. Right? Pharmacy students scoring around 95 percentile. How much should I aim? Struggling in quants. If you are not an engineer and if you cross 90 in quants and overall 95, you should be in a fantastic place. If you cross even 96, 97, then very likely IIM Ahmedabad is possible. Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, very likely possible. Right, so yeah, you are in a good running pitch. So go for it. I just scored 16 in VRC. Find your gaps and fix your gaps. Find your gaps first. Scoring 60s in CAT marks 99 percentile in future, yes, possible. What should be in my profile? If you don't have a job, find a job, Mayank. That is the most important thing. Like, that is your profile. If you have worked well in your job, that is your profile. Nothing else is a profile. I have 80, 56, 65 in academics, EWS, 3 years of experience, 2 years of gap. I am not sure because of the 56 in year plus 2. Suddenly some IIM might change something and then make you not eligible. So I am not sure. I am not going to comment on that. What should be the metric while comparing our result, percentile or marks? See, the percentile is not, it depends. For example, in 2IM, we give you percentile based on our experience and not based on number of people who write. So we know based on our experience how difficult a mock is vis-a-vis the actual CAT. So if this was the level of difficulty for last year, what could be the reasonable percentile you should have got? Right? So percentile is nice. If you are taking 2IM's marks, percentile is enough. Otherwise, scores. Right? Again, the scores are also iffy because we don't know how difficult Mark 3 of company A is compared to Mark 8 of company B. So there is no one right way of doing that. Yeah, scores are getting stagnant. Find why is it happening. Find a way to fix that. Maybe your basics are nice, but maybe you can learn 3 more topics. Go back and do that. Right? 3-4 days to do the mock analysis as I'm working. Fantastic. Do it. Right? No time for self-study. Squeeze in every minute possible. Load it on your app if you have an app, and whenever possible, go through this. Read a lot during your time in between. If you realize that from your mark some topics are missing, learn during, whenever you can squeeze in some 10 minutes, learn some one idea, learn some 3 ideas. Keep doing that. It is helpful. For OBC online, Tamil Nadu government format is different. See, don't worry about it. Only thing it should say is OBC, your category name, and the non-creamy layer. Does not belong to the creamy layer. These are the words that it needs to carry, and signed by a competent authority. If it is indeed done, then done. GEM, different marks, 2 years work X, minimum percentile for Blackie. 99.7. It depends. Blackie is very different. KI is very different from ABC. So we don't know. What is the right time to start interview prep? I'm weak in GK. Don't worry about it. The moment your CAT gets over, you can do that. Not now, not today. Approximate cutoff for ABC. I don't know if 61 in plus 2 and EWS can get into ABC. I don't know. I'm not saying you can't get in. I'm only saying I don't know. Right? Percentile target depending on which course you want to go. You want to go into ABC, 97, 98. If some random college, 90. It depends. Right? So should I go directly for CAT or should I do job at least for 1 year? Write this CAT, take up a job, keep do both things parallelly. It helps. Right? How to do a mock analysis? What are the parameters? Right? Like I mentioned, find 3 questions in each section which you attempted but should not have attempted. Another 3 questions which you did not attempt but you have missed. You should have attempted. Right? And then look at each and every question and the solution and compare it with your solution. 99.8 Harsh Gupta. EWS may be slightly lesser, but I'm not sure. If you are general, 99.8. EWS, I'm not sure. Bachelor of Fisheries Science and getting 90% in marks. Low academics, I'm not sure. Don't know. Top 20 B school 775, very likely. I want to give up on CAT. Don't, my friend. I've seen your name enough times to know that you have written this exam enough times. I think 3 or 4 if I remember, Janil. Right? Don't. If you really feel, if it is an informed decision that you want to give up on CAT, then by all means, CAT is not everything. But if it is just out of frustration, then my suggestion is don't give up. Right now is the time to not give up. What is the future of people who don't get in IIM? Blackie. I went to IIT Madras. They have a nice future. My wife went to IIT Madras and she's working in a big firm. Right? She has a fantastic career ahead of her. Right? Blackie is not everything. Leave it out. Not everything. Bunch of my classmates are in McKinsey. Bunch of my classmates are in Cisco. Bunch of my classmates are in at least few of them went to Ford, and many of them went to CTS Consulting. Many different companies, right? And many of them went to banks. So IIT Madras, not featuring in the top 15. Definitely not even featuring in the top 20. So what? Life goes on. You get a good job, you get a good hike, you prove your mettle in the company, you grow. We know a lot of people who gone to start companies and become directors of organizations from IIT Madras, right? IIT Madras does not even feature in the top 15 to 20, right? So if that is not the case, then what about why Blackie? Blackie is not everything. Maybe you will go to IIM Ranchi and be the top student in IIM Ranchi and become an investment banker. Why is that not possible? So think of be realistic. It helps. Right? Percentage. I'm not going to go into percentage because there is no one right answer. Advisable to read all the questions in quant, solve them, and then and there. Read and skip. Spend 20 seconds in reading a question. If you are not sure, skip the question, move on to the next question. Don't read every question in order, but do this. And then whenever you find a question that you want to solve. But most likely skip questions and then come back. Whenever you know a question is nice, then right, whenever a question is nice, solve that immediately, right? I'm giving up on CAT because of frustration. See, you've come so far. The last mile is the toughest. Don't give up now, my friend. Don't give up. It is okay, right? Maybe you have aimed for Blackie, right? Maybe I'm telling you settle for some school that is in the 15 to 20. I can tell you, even without an MBA, you will go places, right? But if you have an MBA, the doors open that much more easily. So remember that. Definitely give XAT, IFT, and other exams. Maybe write math, write everything possible. There's no downside of writing. I think you're from Maharashtra. If that is indeed the case, you can write MACET and get into the top 3-5 B schools, fantastic schools, right? Which IFT is good? Delhi is apparently better than Kolkata. That is what we have heard. How to increase accuracy in VRC? Stop answering questions on a frenzy. Stop speed reading. Stop answering questions whenever you feel like BRC, maybe B. Don't do that. Right? You should have a reason why you are answering B. You can't say B feels right. It could be right, but my point is B feels right. You should have a reason why B feels right, and you'll get there. Right? You'll get there with patience. So do that. Vocab is weak. Don't worry. CAT is not testing vocab at all. I got 90 percentile. Should I go get a college for MBA? I think it is late to get a college for MBA this year, or do you have any admission already? Do a job and try once again. If you see again, there's a video called there's a video in Hindi that talks about someone from 2IIM will post that link. The video in Hindi, right? Talks about should I take up a college this year, or should I settle for a college, or should I try once again? Right? Definitely look at the video, go through the factors that are stated, and see what works for you. I can't tell you that answer. I'm not Abhishek Bhatti. I don't know how financially sound is Abhishek Bhatti, or his father can write a check of 15 lakhs. I don't know. So I don't know many other factors. How intellectually capable is Abhishek Bhatti? I don't know that. So make sure you watch the video and find your answer. Right? MBA abroad versus MBA India. MBA abroad is fantastic. If you want to schedule a call with Visaco, I'll be happy to help you out with that. All you need to do is send an email to learn@visaco.com requesting for a session with them. They'll help you out with MBA abroad. MBA abroad has a lot of opportunities which we are not aware of, right? I had read somewhere that people from IMABC are mostly directors and CEO. Not necessarily. Many become directors. It is all right. Many don't become directors. It is also all right. Many from non-Blackie also become directors. That is my point. right? So remember that. I get anxiety, how to handle it? Find some way, condition yourself. Like I mentioned, some things might work, like smelling something, many ways, right? You are an IIT, and what about those who are from tier 2, 3 colleges? Why most people obsess over Blackie? I understand the obsession, but you can't define your life with Blackie, right? See, I had a colleague who's a fantastic person, right? Who's a fantastic employee and a brilliant person, right? He has gone to Goa Institute of Management. I know he will do phenomenally well in life. I had one of our colleagues who has gone to IIM Bangalore. He will also do really well in life. Doesn't mean that the guy who went to Goa Institute of Management is not going to do well in life, right? That is what my point is. So what you make out of your MBA matters so much more than is it Blackie or is it new IIMs or is it baby IIMs. Should I do advanced level tests regularly? Definitely. Right. I am unable to complete quants. Kindly help. I haven't complete basics. I don't know what to help, Pavya. You should go back and learn everything from basics. At least learn arithmetic completely and then see where it takes you. I have percentile. I am not going to answer because I don't have an answer. Right. Super guys. I think we will. What kind of books should I read? There is a video that has 150K views. Books to read to IIM. You search for it, you will get that. Books to read to IIM is the video that you should watch. Lot of fantastic hand-picked books. You should also check out Bharat's reading list. Definitely Google for Bharat's reading list. There are about 800 to 900 hand-picked articles given to you, collated over a span of 4 years. So read a lot of them. They also will help, right? Should age be a factor for doing an MBA abroad? No, age is not a factor, especially for doing an MBA abroad. Age is definitely not a factor. You can be 30, you can be 33, fantastically well. You need 2 years at least work ex. That is the important thing. Otherwise, age is not a factor. You're just 23. You're so young, man. I'm 30. I'm old. I feel old. You're just 23, and you have taken this exam multiple times already. So you're early. So give it your best. How can I complete quants as soon as possible? Don't look to complete as soon as possible. Look to complete arithmetic thoroughly and then geometry thoroughly. How close are 2IM mock compared to actual CAT? We try to emulate last year's CAT as much as possible. Right? How to be consistent in LRDI scores? We have discussed this in detail. Rewind this video and then watch. It should help. Right? Super guys. Thank you once again. We have a fantastic course. If you are at 95, you are at 93, you don't know how to improve, you don't know how to make it work well for you, this is the course you should be looking for. The course is available at a huge discount until 19th, which is 2 days from now. The link is available in the description. Also, you can go to online.2im.com and sign up. There are a bunch of courses available. There's a crash course available, and there is a 95-99 course available. There is a test dojo available if you want to only test yourself, right? Multiple different varieties of courses for 2021 and a bunch of courses for 2022. If you are looking at 2022, then you should check out online.2im.com. How is Niti Mumbai? Fantastic place, right? I do a lot of questions, but my quants is not improving. Then you are making some mistake, right? Go back to the drawing board, see, analyze your marks, see what you are going, where you are going wrong. Algebra after arithmetic, geometry. I would suggest geometry and then algebra, but thereabouts. NIT Trichy, good to do MBA. It is a very decent college, not bad, but know what you are getting into. What is the placement average? What is the fees? Know your terms before you are getting into. NIT Trichy is a decent college. It is probably tier 3. But a lot of people also do. Every year they fill batch. Every year they send students into the industry post their MBA. So it is a decent place to do. Right? Thank you guys. Once again, I enjoyed myself. So thank you guys. All the best. Check out online.2im.com. Do subscribe. Do hit the like button. Every single like matters to us. Share it with your friends if somebody is looking to prepare for CAT and struggling somewhere, not knowing how to go about, am I struggling and all of that. Please share it with them. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. All the best for your CAT prep.